With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
Yesterday, I shed tears for a stranger I've known for years. I never shook your hand, but I was pretty shook by the news. It ruined my mood on a cool Sunday afternoon. You were the father I always knew that I had, but also the father I never actually knew. But I wasn't bothered by that. Me and my 3 younger brothers, we were blessed with a mother that broke her back, never held her hat, wore the pants and kept the belt tightly strapped, was the head of the home, and it was known home was all we had. But despite the many characteristics of a man that she would have, she could never be our dad. Life can be a sad joke at times, full of bad puns. Like how a man like Kobe Bryant can suddenly die in a helicopter crash at the age of 41. Or how Nipsey Hussle can get gunned down in his own neighborhood in front of the ones that he loved. We say this place is a city of angels. Man, I swear that statement can't be true enough. To Vanessa and the rest of the Bryant family, I can only imagine how it feels to stand where you all now stand. Kobe, you were a man of many things, but before anything else, first, you were a dad. And as a child, I made myself believe that I was your son, the first and only one you ever had. I never got the chance to play catch with you, but you put the first ball in my hand. You weren't there when I would fall and scrape my knees, but you still taught me to dust them off and stand. You gave me 81 reasons why that extra hour in the gym can be your best friend. To demand greatness from myself before I expect it from the next man. To keep my talents and skills secretly concealed like the X-Men. And reveal everything all at once when they least expected, like the best man. You never left me. Never physically being next to me, but watching you streamed on a computer or on the nearest TV screen made me feel and believe you were the nearest to me. It's like we connected telekinetically. I inherited your pedigree. The Mamba mentality was the man you taught me how to be. You were flawless, it seemed. A well-oiled machine. But sometimes the fruits of your labor, though fruitful, can have a sour squeeze. The world saw you as a superstar and forgot you were still a human being, but not me. I didn't. Innocent or not, I told myself I would not stop standing by my pops because you were all that I got. But you fell hard, and the whole world saw. But what you would choose to do next would completely shock us all. You stood tall, admitted your faults, put the basketball down for a while, and took care of your home, and then got back on the court and made it known that number 24 still had a couple more left in him. Those shoes, I tried to fill them. You showed me respect must be earned and received in this world, never given. If there's time still left on the clock, keep shooting your shot no matter how many times you miss it. And failure is only ever an option if you decide to pick it. At night, I sleep next to my daughter's picture. Before I drift off to sleep, I whisper I love you repeatedly and watch old videos so I can listen to the joyful melodies of her little laughs and screams. It's soothing to me, like music to me. To try to silence the violent shrieks of not having custody, but they'll be cuffing me or cutting my jugular before they cut her from me. I promise I'll be dead before I ever become a deadbeat. To my daughter, I know the distance is unsettling and bedeviling, but I'll be damned if I let the devil's meddling get the best of me. We will succeed. You see, looking back, Kobe Bryant was never actually right there with me, but he was still there for me. So though I may not actually be right there with you, just know I'm still there for you. Everything I took from him, I'm going to take and give every bit of it all to you. And if the court ends up being your calling, I'll be there waiting with a fresh pair of shoes and a brand new basketball just for you. The day she tosses up her little arm and yells, Kobe, I just might drop a tear or two. She'll know that that's something I always do. It'll be crazy watching her try to mirror me as I spent my life trying to mirror you. You prove physical presence doesn't always set the precedence. It's about perception and how you present yourself despite the presence of pressure, attention, the greatest of your lessons. Looking forward, my intention is to teach my daughter that life and love does not always have to be so black and white. Sometimes you can change them, make them something bold like purple and gold. All you have to do is use your mind. Kobe, you showed me that being a girl dad can be pretty damn nice. And as a father, I say this with my head held high, that little girl is the love of my entire life. I imagine I look at her the same way you looked at your daughters through your eyes. And it hurts my heart, but just know Gianna lived the best 13 years a young girl could live because of the many things that you and Vanessa sacrificed. In time, I pray me and my daughter can say good riddance to the distance. And it is my mission to fight for as long as I shall live, but regardless whether she's in my arms or in between visits, she will always have a father, just as I did. Thank you, Kobe, for everything. Your long lost and beloved son. You may be gone, but you're never forgotten.